You're listening to the AFTERBUZZ TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AFTERBUZZ Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AFTERBUZZ TV's X Factor After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AFTERBUZZ TV's X Factor After Show.
What is that, Marissa? What do you got? What are you playing? Oh!
It was the wrong song. She was trying to throw you off there.
Not at all. It won't happen because we all know that Bing is for doing, and we are doing another after show on AFTERBUZZ TV.
Close.
Close. There we go. This is, what is it? The AFTERBUZZ for X Factor Season 2, Episode 15. Really? We're already at 15? Wow, it took that long to go live?
That seems like a lot, but I guess it was 2 a week for a while, so.
Yeah, okay, so now if you guys are noticing maybe a different voice, well, we've made a few changes for Halloween. We are actually joined tonight by a very special host here. She's one of our AFTERBUZZ favorites, in Miss Cathy Kelley. Give her a round of applause for Cathy.
That was quite the introduction.
Oh, you're welcome.
I feel like second string. I feel like the B team for X Factor.
What?
Tonight she's wearing Kathy Cortez.
I'm Cathy Cortez tonight.
Really?
That's my fake last name, so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
My alias.
Really? Mine is Guadalupe Hidalgo Sanchez Vasquez Garcia Brown Smith III.
Cool.
I should shorten it maybe like the Lilas.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that said, hey guys, I'm JC, and also if you guys are not watching us live on AfterBuzzTV.com, hello, but like I said, if you're not watching us, check us out on iTunes. Make sure to comment, subscribe, download the app, and let us know what you think about the show. We answer all your questions, and next week we'll have the Macedos, Mark Allen back, and hopefully we can keep Miss Cortez. Really? Are we going to call you Cortez?
No.
Okay, hopefully we can coach her into coming back in for future episodes. But with that said, overall impressions, what did you think about tonight's episode?
Well, before we get into that, I just wanted to apologize for everyone because JC and I cannot do the AFTERBUZZ after show song because we are not that vocally inclined, if you will.
True. I sound like Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog here.
We thought about it and it just wasn't going to work, so we thought we'd skip it. But overall impressions for the show,
we're going to hit you with knowledge. Watch. Trust me, we're going to talk about the host quite a bit.
I had mixed feelings about it. Like, there were a lot of acts that I thought were really strong, but there were a lot that really disappointed me because I thought that they were strong in past weeks, and now I'm realizing that it was kind of produced.
Yeah. Well, that happened even last year as well. You know, once you get live, you find out who the really good ones are. You know, like Simone Battle last year, everyone thought, you know, she was kind of fierce, kind of, you know, she could be kind of iffy. When you heard her live, not so much. Mm-hmm. You know, and we found that out especially early on, but I more so had a hard time with the production itself.
Yeah.
You and I were talking about that.
There were a lot of audio issues with the judges. It seemed like, I mean, they did have a good crowd. It just seemed like it was less than most of the shows, or there were less people in the audience than like an American Idol or, I mean,
The Voice or
any of the other shows out there, really.
Well, I mean, it could be, you know, also because Fox moved it around quite a bit. And don't get us wrong, guys. We are super fans of the show. We are huge fanatics of X Factor, just like y'all. Uh-oh. Sister C is rubbing off on me. But no, just something just seemed, even that, like you said, they had that problem with the mic in like the first half hour when Demi spoke into it. It like gave like a wicked feedback, and just something just seemed, even that first angle of the cameras when they were shooting each judge individually. Yeah, it just seemed like they just were rushing, and due to baseball, we know, it was coming, and it just threw everyone off. So hopefully next week they'll iron it out, which they tend to do. But
well, JC, I've told you this before, but I'm not a huge fan of singing shows, and I love X Factor. Like, this season thus far has blown me away with all of the talent that they have, and that's why I think I was a little bit disappointed with the production value tonight, and I realized that it's so difficult to put together a show like this, especially on such a time crunch, so that's why I wish they had waited another week or, you know, some more time just so that they could iron out all the kinks.
Sure.
I don't know. I just really hope that they don't lose fans over that.
You know, because I think Fox really put them behind, you know, like in the corner, because some people only saw like an hour of the last episode because of the baseball playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
No one knew. I was going through the boards even tonight before we went on, and no one knew that people are like, it's on tonight. Oh my gosh, I didn't know. And with being Halloween, happy Halloween, guys, if you're trick-or-treating. And also we're taking time for people out in the East Coast. Our thoughts and prayers are with everyone out with a hurricane and whatnot. So, but hopefully this little bit of entertainment could put a smile on some people's faces. But it just seemed like, even the hosts, you know, what do you think of the miss? Okay, we've got a lot to say here because Cathy and I, we know about like the hosting. You know, we know that Chloe actually went through a hosting coach here that, you know, is locally known and was really trained, and we could just tell that she was a little nervous.
Yeah, and I just want to preface that with saying that I'm not hating on Chloe at all. I actually love her. I think that she did an amazing job given the circumstances. But I feel like for a show like this, for a live show that is seen by millions of people, you need to have an experienced host. And they got that with Mario Lopez, and I feel like Chloe fell a little bit short. And it's not her fault at all. I think that, you know, in the little time that she's had to train to become a host, she did a really amazing job. But I feel like it's so hard to balance all of those elements to, you know, be live, to balance your audience, to talk to the contestants, to talk to the panel of judges, and to talk to everyone at home. It's so difficult to do that. And I just think that they should have gone with someone with more experience, like a Kat Deely or someone like that.
I was thinking of Kat Deely, right as you said, more experience that's used to the live scenario. But here, with her shortcoming, you know, with her, I guess, her lack of experience, but what did you think about her going at Demi at the end?
It was hard for me to watch almost because, I mean, you know, from training for being a host, you're not supposed to put that pressure on someone because it can get awkward. And, you know, asking her one or two times, fine. You know, you want to get the answer. But the third time, that's where it got really hard to watch.
See, here, for me, I kind of liked it. I think that was the only saving grace, because maybe that's the reason why they got her. Because Chloe's always been the outspoken one.
Yeah.
She's the one with the personality. She's out of the Kardashians, supposedly she's the most relatable.
Yeah. And that's why I love her. I mean, she's my favorite Kardashian out of all of them. I think that she has that potential. She is such a funny and relatable girl, and I just don't think that we saw enough of that tonight because she was nervous.
Okay. So we'll do time. We'll get, you know, maybe she'll polish up a little bit, but she'll keep that sass.
Yeah.
And maybe pull it back a little bit so it won't make you and maybe other people cringe.
Yeah, I want her to be herself on the show. I think that that's why they brought her on, not to be a host, but to bring in that sass, to bring in, you know, that relatability factor. I just hope that, you know, she can become more comfortable.
All right. Well, and we could spend days on this, trust me. So let's move on to actually, let's start with Demi. Let's start with some of the judging, and overall, I had trouble with this group, and I expected so much more, especially starting off with Paige.
Yeah.
Paige, they shaved her hair. And you nearly died.
Cringed at that too. I just feel like I loved the faux hawk that she had going on. I felt like that was one of the things that made her stand out for me. Okay. And I just feel like, why change something that's good? I feel like Demi felt like she had to change something with all of the contestants, and you really didn't need to change Paige's look at all. She had an amazing look going for her.
Yeah, I think they were trying to turn her into like Gaga, because since she was drawing a lot of comparisons to Rihanna, I don't know if maybe just because of her ethnicity or what, I don't know, but they try to make her like Gaga with all the...
I like Paige a lot more than I like Rihanna.
What's that?
But that's just me.
Okay, all right. No, she's saying Hadaway, and vocally, I was underwhelmed, and just like the judges were. And okay, could it just be overall nerves? It's the first episode, and a lot of people are going to be nervous, except for maybe your Carly Roses who have been in the scenario.
Yeah.
But I noticed a lot of people were just nervous.
A lot of people were nervous, and I think that Paige is one of those people, especially just because she has been nervous in past weeks. I feel like her confidence is kind of dwindling a little bit, and it's sad to see because I feel like she is one of the stronger singers and potentially one of the stronger contestants on the show. I feel like the song choice wasn't my favorite for her this week, and I feel like that's kind of what made her fall short.
Hey, night at the Roxbury, come on.
I don't know. Why would you
bad.
choose What Is Love? That just, like, it's disco, and I mean, I get the Gaga stuff. I just feel like it was overproduced. I would have loved to see her stripped down, doing, you know, standing by herself, doing a solo of like a Whitney Houston song or something like that. I just feel like she would have been so much stronger vocally had she not had all the hoopla around her.
But that's the whole essence of X Factor. It's about that big production value. That's why it's different from Idol. Idol is the white guy with the guitar.
Yeah.
You know?
And I get the big production factor, but then it just seemed, God, what is the word that I'm looking for?
It was too big for her. Yeah, so like, I was like with Emilio, and he was like, Emilio! Yeah, all right.
It just seemed like it wasn't continuous. I don't know the word that I'm looking for. There was so much discontinuity in that performance that I feel like the song choice and the costumes and the dancing didn't go together. Like, they were trying to get Gaga with the, oops, I just hit my mic. They were trying to get Gaga with the, you know, the dancing and the costumes, and then they were trying to do I don't know.
So maybe what about a suggestion could possibly be, even though it is a big production show, why not ease them into it perhaps?
Yeah, well, even that, I feel like strip it down. Like, do one thing big. Either do the costumes big, the background dancing big, or the song big. Or
Okay.
not everything.
So we're kind of like on the fence. We're like, not her best. I think she could be in trouble. I honestly do. Because remember now, tomorrow they're losing 4 contestants, 1 from each group. A judge has got to eliminate 1 of them. So I definitely, we'll save it for predictions. But let's move on to Janelle and our hair toucher.
Yes.
The sassy girl who loves to touch her hair.
JC and I had a bet during the show how many times Janelle would touch her hair. I said, did I say 7?
Yeah, he said 7.
And she only touched her hair twice. So she's been learning. She did do a lot of hair flips.
Yeah, now she no longer touches. Now she's gonna have like a neck sprain because seriously, she's just like moving her head from side to side like crazy, like she's having whiplash or something.
I think in Glee they call it like hairology or something like that, where hairography. If you're not that strong of a dancer, you can whip your hair and look like you're a better dancer. And I feel like Janelle does that instinctively.
Okay.
And I think she's a stronger dancer than most of the people on the show, but I feel like she just adds that in there because she's not as confident with her skills.
With her vocals, you're saying?
With her dancing skills.
With her dancing.
Yeah.
And a quick shout out, a quick hello to Marissa. Hey, Marissa, what's going on?
Hey, what's up, you guys? Happy Halloween.
Happy Halloween. Thank you for the hairology.
Yes, you're welcome.
How do you know all this Glee stuff? Aren't you like
you know what? I'm actually one of the hosts for the Glee after show here. What?
What nights are you guys on?
That is Thursday
Nice.
at 9 o'clock.
9 o'clock on AfterBuzz TV.
At
And it's
AfterBuzz
coming
TV.
back
It's coming
soon.
back November 8th.
Nice. You know why? Because I think we're going 2 hours for the next like 2 weeks on X Factor, so we're bumping you guys. Sorry, Glee.
Way to go.
Send your hate mail to us. So yeah, overall, she did "Home Sweet Home" by Motley Crue, which I'm still trying to figure out where it's Made in America theme night. You know, they really didn't explain in depth what does that mean. You know,
Yeah.
I thought it'd be a little more patriotic, but no, they were doing glam rock.
Yeah.
You know, so
For me, I didn't like her song choice, or the judge's song choice for her. I think she's an amazing vocalist, probably one of the strongest in the competition. She looked amazing. I mean, her makeover, she did look a lot like Demi. She looked like they were sisters or something. I didn't like the song choice. I thought she was a little bit nervous, and you could tell, but overall, she was in top 5 for me. She was amazing.
Wow. Yeah. L.A. Reid gave her a 10. Mm-hmm. I was okay with it.
Yeah.
You know, maybe it's just maybe doing so many of these, it takes something big to really impress me. I feel like I'm becoming Simon.
Yeah. And I hope that I could see her going either way. I think that she's either going to gain a lot of confidence through the next weeks, or she's going to lose a lot of confidence. And her and Paige, I feel like both struggle with the same issues where their confidence affects their performance dramatically. And they're 2 of my favorite people in the entire competition. So I hope that that isn't an issue.
All right, so hopefully they'll take lessons from our next competitor, CeCe.
Yes.
CeCe Frey. You know, what happened there? Bottle of peroxide went blonde on us. To become more relatable? I don't know if that made her more relatable. I would have softened her look.
CeCe is gorgeous.
Yeah.
When she's stripped down. I mean, when she doesn't have on the leopard print makeup and when she's not bleached blonde, she is stunning. Like, probably the prettiest girl in the entire competition. And I don't mean that in a mean way to anyone else, but she's gorgeous. During the past few weeks, I didn't really like her. I still don't know if the new CeCe is genuine or not. I don't really feel that yet, but I don't know. I don't like the makeover.
You don't like it? It's okay. You know, it's still same old CeCe, and I think she's gonna be a star.
Yeah.
Let me explain why, though. I don't know if she'll be a star here in the U.S., but I literally wrote that no matter what, she'll be a star even in Europe. I could see her being. She just has a tenacity. She has this desire. And remember when they were saying she doesn't have the strongest vocals, but she has the confidence, a la Madonna, a la Britney.
Yeah.
And you could see that CeCe's willing to do that. She's willing to lie, cheat, steal, kill, maim, whatever she needs to do to get to the top, she will.
CeCe.
And that's okay. Hey,
No, that is not okay.
And what for Madonna?
I never hated Madonna. I feel like if CeCe were in a room, or if CeCe was in a sorority, she would be the girl that everyone hated. She would just be the one that thought she was better than everyone else, and it was apparent, and you don't like her because of that reason. I think she has so much potential. She is an amazing vocalist. I didn't really like it tonight, and she is very confident on stage, and I think that'll get her far. But if she doesn't have young girls supporting her, if they think that she is witchy with a capital B, that
Cathy,
she's not gonna get she's not gonna sell albums like that, because that's her target audience.
she won't sell albums here in the U.S., but abroad I think she will.
Do they like mean people abroad?
No, it's not that they like mean people or not. It's just she has she has a very marketable persona.
Yeah.
Even if take away the non-relatability, if that's even a word, but she's gonna make it. It doesn't matter what any of us say.
Yeah.
She's gonna make it. She's gonna somehow. It doesn't matter. That it's her. That's no one's. They're gonna slam 1,000 doors in her face, and it'll be door 1,001 that'll be open, and she'll walk right in. Mm-hmm. I don't think she will ever give up. You just see that in her face. I
just don't see her becoming as big as a Britney or as a Christina or even Kesha.
See, I was feeling Kesha tonight for some reason.
I thought Kesha, I actually think I wrote that down during her performance, but I also thought that the makeover made her look like a girl from a Poison video.
No Miley Cyrus with the blonde?
It was too blonde. I like her natural, as I said before, but...
Yeah, we'll have to ask Nick, one of our other hosts, who's in love with CeCe. He's like the biggest fan. Quick shout out to Nick Collins. But okay, so there's a lot to be said. It's early. We don't think she's leaving tomorrow.
Oh, definitely not.
No.
I mean, I think that her performance was strong enough tonight to get her through.
Just on confidence alone?
Confidence alone. I mean, she's an amazing performer. She does have that confidence. I can see why guys like her. But it's another reason, or probably the same reason why guys like her is the reason why many girls don't relate to her.
Like a threat, perhaps? Like Rachel McAdams in Mean Girls?
Maybe, yeah.
A little bit of that?
Yeah.
Don't ask how I know that. Okay. let's move on because we have like another 30 singers to go go through. And Willie Jones.
Yes.
Finishing up with Demi's group. Demi's group.
Yes.
I was surprised by him, and I didn't agree with what the judges said. And you brought up a great point with his performance about his name, about branding him.
Oh, yeah. I said that I really liked that they put his name on the screens behind him because at this point in the competition, there are 16 people, and it is hard to keep track of everyone's name if you aren't watching their videos online every single day. So you kind of need to have the huge Willie Jones behind him. Like, you need to have his name on a big screen behind him during his performance. Let me clarify, JC, so that people can associate his performance with his name.
Right.
If you don't do that, it's difficult to, like, I don't want to vote for the like young country singer guy who's African American. Like, you can't vote for that. You have to vote for Willie Jones. And I feel like they should have done that with every performance as opposed to having fireworks behind someone or...
Like we said, like just ease into it this first week. And I actually liked them, even though we're not going to jump ahead, but I'm just going to say, since we're comparing kind of country-ish, I liked him more than Tate this week.
Really?
And I think Tate has so far had stronger vocals. I think Willie has that one niche, which is that lower register that he goes to at the very end, and that's cute, but I want more. If you're going to be a pop star, you need to have a few different attributes. Yes, you're dying to say something here.
I don't know if I agree with you.
Okay.
I think that Tate's vocals were so much better than Willie's this week. And I just felt like they were stronger. And I don't know if that was because Willie had to run around stage and balance all these other elements. Like he had to dance, he had to work with the background dancers, and he had to sing. But I think that Willie Jones has the X factor. I think that he has the it factor that is going to bring him through this competition.
Okay. Yeah. See, you jumped into it too early because I wasn't talking about him vocally.
Oh, okay.
No. For me, it was. I just found him more entertaining.
Yeah.
And that's what I was surprised at. That I was surprised that I thought he was going to be one of the weaker person. I thought Jillian Jensen should have taken his spot.
Jillian Jensen is one of my favorites and still is, even though she's not in the competition anymore.
Yeah, so I was surprised by him. I was just entertained. He reminded me of a country Marcus Canty a little bit. Just he had that energy, Marcus from last season, and so I'm glad that I was surprised. Usually, I think I can predict these things, but I'm glad whenever every once in a while I'm going, oh wow,
yeah,
I'm surprised.
I have written down he's the most entertaining, interesting, and memorable.
Really? I think you're just a fan of his bolo ties. His style and his purple pants.
I just think that he has something that's missing in the entertainment industry. And we'll talk more about this when we get to Tate, but I feel like Tate is so generic. He sounds like, if you were to close your eyes, he sounds like every single male country singer out there. And like Willie, he's so different, and I feel like you need to be different to make it in today's music industry because there are a plethora. There are so many, stars out there in the music industry these days. So what's going to make you stand out?
You think people buy his music?
I think so. I think now the industry today, you can make it being a YouTube sensation. You can make it, traditionally, but you have to stand out because if you don't, no one's going to buy your albums.
Okay, that's a good point. All right, so let's move on. You know what? I want to move on.
Okay.
Yeah, because we can go on forever.
I know.
You and I, literally, we will talk for days. Let's move on to Britney.
Yes.
Overall, you know what? I think we both agree. You brought it up first. Yeah, that's right. Britney, we liked her coaching better than Demi's.
I think Britney is actually a really amazing coach. She, nurtures the kids, and maybe it is because she has the younger group and you can't be as mean to them. And she has kids herself. I really liked her coaching style from the little bit that we did see.
Yeah, absolutely. Like she was more of the nurturer. She encouraged, even though let's say they were weak on certain performances, when she was coaching him on the live, on her critiques, Not a fan.
Yeah.
Amazing.
I liked her critiques during the pre-tape stuff, during the auditions. I didn't like her critiques tonight. She kind of was like Paula Abdul-ish. But I don't know. I think that Demi was harsh on everyone. She's quick to pick out everyone's flaws, and Britney's, nicer.
Yeah, no, definitely. Well, let's move on to a group real quick. So we have Aaron Ray doing Usher. Performing Ushers.
Yes.
No, he wasn't doing it. It was Kim Wilde. He was singing they were singing a lot of very old songs.
Yeah.
Keep Me Hanging On by Kim Wilde. That's like from the 90s or something.
Overall, I didn't like the song choices tonight. There were a couple good ones, but that's what's going to make your show good is, people Googling these, or binging these performances the next day and, watching the show over and over again to sing along to these performances. Like, that's what you want in a show, and they didn't deliver at all.
Yeah, we literally had to bing just about every song tonight. We're like, what is it? But you're like Motley Crue's from like 80 something.
Yeah.
And this Kim Wilde, there it is. Dude, Marissa's just killing it tonight. she's like using the
all
Force
the
or something.
I have written down Aaron Ray, confident and mini Usher, and that is exactly what he is. Like, he has that confidence. He is a star in the making.
So you're like, okay,
yeah,
all right, yeah. I can't really argue with that one. I hate to say it, but I agree.
I'm glad that he came back for the second season. Try it again.
Yeah, see, and maybe that could happen to one of our feature acts. I think you know where I'm going to go with this one. We'll save that one because I know you like her.
Yes.
Okay, so what about Diamond White? What was she? She was I thought she was stiff.
Yeah, she was a little stiff. I did not like the performance whatsoever. I think she's an amazing vocalist, and it looked like an old Will Smith video, like circa Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Mm-hmm. I didn't like how much production was put into it, and I thought that it was kind of tacky. And I think that she, as a 13-year-old performer, should be young, should be fresh. There should be something new, not something from like the 80s.
I'm calling you like the female Simon. You're like Simona. You're so mean. God. No, you're right.
But that's nothing to do with her. That's all to do with production and the judges.
Yeah, because they probably don't get much of a say. You're doing this, this, and this. You're going to have these dancers, and as Jason Brock the only person that loves this production is Jason Brock.
Yeah.
You're just going to have people streaming and songs and fireworks, and everyone else is like freaking out. Mm-hmm. And she literally looked like a deer in headlights.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, she's strong enough vocally. I think she'll be fine, but here, you wanted to talk about Country Boy. You want to talk about your boy, Tate Stevens.
Yeah.
We're breezing. We're moving tonight.
Diamond White. Wait, did we go through all the young people?
Oh wait, sorry. No, you know what? I messed up my notes on this one, and I put him in the wrong category.
Moving everything around.
Sorry. Yeah. Listen. No, we went Diamond White.
We have Beatrice. Okay.
Beatrice, you loved her fashion, didn't you?
That's another thing. I'm so mad at the producers or the judges. Whoever told her to crimp her hair was high. Like, what an awful decision. I could hear Marissa laughing in the back. But what an awful decision. I mean, she's gorgeous.
Yes.
She's young. She should be doing something fresh, not crimping her hair like it's the 80s. Like, I don't even know what they were thinking. Thankfully, she made up for it on the vocals. I think she's amazing, and I really hope that she sticks around for a long time.
Yeah, no, did you notice they really didn't show what she was wearing quite a bit? I just saw a lot of stuff like on her forearm, all like the little bangles and wristlets.
Punky Brewster meets, God, what are all those movies from the 80s? Like Say Anything and...
We'll call it John Hughes Vomit.
Oh my gosh.
There we go. It was like a John Hughes platter of stuff.
Why?
I don't know, because I think the show's still trying to figure itself out. Here's the thing, though. I think they were trying to make her into Drew from last year. Because Drew was the only one that used to get those misty little, like, they try to, like, make her very girly, and, like, she's singing with the horses. And Beatrice, she's got chops. She knows what she's doing. She's a pro. You look at her acting list, her IMDb stuff. She's got more credits here than half of the people at AFTERBUZZ. I'm telling you.
Combined.
Pretty much.
I just feel like I understand that X Factor wants to do big production for every, song that these people are singing, but I feel like I really like when it's stripped down, and I loved her song choice. I loved the Jason Mraz, I Won't Give Up. She's an amazing singer. I just didn't think that it fit with each other. Like, the song didn't fit with her outfit. It's so...
Okay, and we've been really harsh on the production of all, but what do you think of the vocals?
The vocals were amazing.
I didn't like them.
You didn't?
No, because you've heard her sing. I've heard her sing other songs. I just thought she had trouble with her lower registers. She was missing it when she would go low, and when she went big, she was fine.
I just think for someone that young to do that well, it's mind-blowing to me, because she has so much time to improve, and I don't even really think there's that much room for improvement. I think she's, pretty much on top of her game. Yeah, no, she would be like the one I'd be putting all my eggs in the basket, like, oh, she's going to be like in the finals, maybe top 3, top 5. Because she is stunning, but until you put her next to Carly Rose. See, that's the problem. I think they could cancel each other out. I think Carly Rose, by far, is like a little mini Celine Dion. I told you this the night after Carly Rose's first audition. I said she's going to win the entire competition, and I still believe that.
L.A. Reid said the same thing.
If she can become more confident and less stiff.
Carly Rose more confident?
I mean, I think she is very confident, but I feel like there is just a little bit holding her back, and there shouldn't be, because to me, she is the best singer in the entire competition.
I'm going to explain to you why she was holding back.
Okay.
Why you thought this happened. Why she just maybe it wasn't a lack of confidence. I promise you. She did Les Mis on Broadway.
Yes.
She received annotation because of her performances on Broadway. She was the standout performer on Les Mis. The reason why because I'll agree, it wasn't her best performance, but it was not her fault. I think it was Britney, and it's not a bad thing that Britney did. Actually, Britney really wanted to make her stretch, put her out of her element, because she can do old school standards, she can do torch songs, she can do old jazz songs like nobody's business. You see her YouTube, it's amazing. However, Britney wanted to, make her, because she does get negative feedback.
Yeah.
A lot of girls are intimidated by her because she's so good. And it's not her fault. She's not cocky. You'll read the boards and some people say, I hate Carly Rose.
Why?
Exactly. Why? She's just so good. And people just almost think it's arrogant.
It's difficult to be that good at something that young, because you are going to get judged by so many people. And honestly, I think that they're all jealous. I think that she is amazing. And I mean, this sounds awful because it's a reference to Glee, and I know we're not supposed to talk about other shows, but I think she's like a mini Rachel Berry, like a real life Rachel Berry. I think that her vocals are one of the, not just the best on this show, this season, but one of the best in all of the seasons of all of the singing competitions on TV I've ever watched.
20 years from now, you'll still know who Carly Rose is.
Exactly.
Absolutely. I have no doubt of that. Absolutely. So, and I could say other things, but I think they did that for a reason, and she made the most of the given situation. So next week when they put her back into her normal songs, everyone's like, oh my gosh, Carly Rose, you're the best. So
she's the only one that gave me goosebumps tonight, so.
She gave you goosebumps tonight?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. All right. So maybe no one in LA's group gave you goosebumps? No David Corey or...
No.
Really?
Only Carly.
Okay, all right, fine. So
I'm a fan.
I think we all are. So, but we got to make this unbiased, not like the host did, because I forgot what did Chloe?
Oh my gosh, she said, who was it to? She said, "You're one of my favorites," and I thought that the hosts are supposed to be not unbiased.
Yeah.
And I mean, maybe it's just because she's new and she was nervous, but that was a huge mistake.
We were so hard on her.
And I mean, she did an amazing job for how she's not a professional host until now. She doesn't have that experience. So I think she did a really great job for what she was given to work with.
I read in the trades that she and Mario are getting like $1 million to do this. and it's what, maybe 6 weeks of work.
Yeah.
Not jealous, appreciative. So let's move on to let's knock out L.A. Reid's group real quick. So any standouts? David Corey, you know, he ended up doing My Love Is Your Love, the Whitney Houston song. I thought from the start his vocals were very strong, impressive. Towards the end, he did get a little like frenetic. He got a little, as I think Simon called him, manic.
Yeah.
You know, I thought that was being harsh, and I think that's just Simon and LA starting their usual head-to-head battles, trying to measure who has the biggest talent.
Yes.
And you know,
I thought that his vocals were really strong. I actually really liked the song choice, and I know that people disagreed on that. I thought that he made it his own. It didn't sound like a Whitney Houston song at all. And Simon was very harsh. And I think when we were watching the show, JC, you and I actually said that I think Simon was almost threatened by how good David Corey was, and that David might be better than people in Simon's groups.
I think you know, Simon's always been scared of L.A. Reid.
Yeah.
So it got nasty early, and maybe they just need to understand that my love is your love. What? I'm going to the music. I can't get away with anything with you, Cathy.
I know.
See, you're so bad. Well, you know, someone who didn't have the same luck.
Who?
I thought he was bad, and I've been a big champion of his.
I know you're gonna say it. Vino.
Yeah, the Vino was a little spoiled for me. I just didn't feel him.
It was really disappointing for me too, because I felt like he was a lot stronger, you know, in the pre-recorded shows. But that's just, it goes to show you that someone can be amazing taped and not that great live. And I don't know if it was a combination of nerves or, you know.
I think it was his makeover. He had a huge makeover, but they give him like a different colored Scully. That's it.
I wrote down WTF, vocals, no.
Yeah. You're killing it with Marissa. I think Cathy Kelley, you're going to be doing the last comic standing.
Yeah.
No, you know what? He's just had a lot of trouble. He finished strong. I'll give you that. I will give you that. Most of the singers had troubles in the beginning, you know, but he had the most. I think he had the roughest start, and it was the arrangement as well. I think Simon even mentioned that. I think he's in trouble for tomorrow night. So
he's definitely in trouble, and it's sad because I really do feel for his story.
Yeah, so we'll see. We'll find out tomorrow. Now, what about Tate? You've been wanting to talk about your country boy.
Tate, I just feel like Tate sounds like every other male country artist out there. And I said that
Paisley?
before. Honestly, I feel like he sounds like he's so generic, and that's, I mean, it's bad that he's so generic, but it's good at the same time because he's just as strong as those country artists. So it's a good and a bad thing. I think that he's an amazing vocalist, and it's great that he sounds like these multi-million-dollar recording artists, but it's bad because he can't separate himself from them.
Do you know how he'll fix that?
How?
By something
wearing a blue suit and having 7 dancers run around him?
No.
Oh.
Truly connecting to the material. Truly connecting, because he's not going to have the dancers. He's not going to jump around and do cartwheels. But if he truly, truly connects to the material, if he visualizes that person he's singing to, and America will gravitate to that. You'll notice it, because have you ever noticed?
I saw that tonight.
Okay.
I saw that a little bit tonight, and it was so heartwarming when, I forgot who it was, one of the judges, Chloe. This was a good Chloe moment. She asked him what he would say to his family back home. And he started crying or tearing up a little bit, and he said, I just want to tell them that I love them. And that's what makes him relatable. Okay, so that's true. If he puts that in next week, if he makes it next week, well, you know, we'll find out. But if he does that, it doesn't matter what he sings. People will connect and they'll love him. And he won't be that generic guy. He'll have that, you won't be able to put your finger on it. And that's when you know it's that it. He's likable, which is a huge topic that was brought up tonight, whether someone's likable or not. Yeah, I'm just trying to like you and just drives me crazy. But speaking of someone not likable, but just fabulous, Jason Brock. Jason Brock. Oh my gosh. I was waiting this entire performance for a glitter explosion, and I was actually disappointed because it was just raining glitter. It wasn't like a boom glitter.
Cathy and I want glitter explosions. I wrote that on my notes.
But overall, amazing vocals, so strong. There was a weird key change in there that I don't know if it was intentional or it just didn't work for me. Like, I feel like the chorus or something was just a little bit off, but I think he's an amazing singer. And I feel like he could easily have like his own show in Vegas.
Yeah, mark my words. 1 year from now, it's Halloween 2013.
Okay.
He's going to be at the West Hollywood Parade, and he will be singing on stage.
On a float.
I guarantee that. I guarantee he will be doing that. Not my favorite song with him. I think they maybe really pandered too much to his persona, or to just
it's stereotypical.
Yes.
To have that song, to have a Jennifer Lopez, or like that's like giving him an Elton John song or a Cher song.
Give him something with a little more gravity. Maybe, if he stays, I think that's what they need to explore with him. Cultivate him as an artist. Sorry, I'm throwing my pen around because I'm passionate about Jason Brock.
Yes,
Jason Brock, 2012. All right, so moving on, we got to zip by because we got the crazy girls from Nashville coming up after us. If you're watching us on AfterBuzzTV.com, let's move on to the master of disaster, the king of mean, Simon Cowell's team.
Yes.
All right, so Sister C. I like them a lot.
You like them?
Well, not their singing, but I just like them a lot. They're really cute.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I can't argue, and Hell on Heels, but they were so stiff. Oh my God, I wish they would have given them like a muscle relaxer or something. Like literally.
They are really stiff, and it gets brought up every single week that they're not likable. And we were talking about it when we were watching, and I feel like it's not a problem about being likable or not. I just feel like they have no personality, or no personality that's being shown. They're very bland.
Is it nerves?
I don't think it's nerves, because I feel like we've seen them in interviews on the show where they're like, oh yeah, we're really funny. But you're not, like, I don't mean that in a mean way. I just feel like it's very, like their personalities are monotone. Like when they're happy, it's like kind of a smile, and when they're disappointed, it's like not much different. It's just one note, if you will.
But they can't be like that even off camera.
I mean, there are people though, like with Tate Stevens, he says 3 words and you already feel for him. Like he has a personality, and he's relatable. With any of these other groups, and like even with formerly known as Lilas, the group formerly known as Lilas, 1432, I felt like even though they said maybe 2 words, only one of them actually got to speak. They were so relatable. It's just, like when you're getting criticism, you're smiling, like you're so overly excited, or you're upset because it's bad criticism. And I feel like Sister C was one note the entire time. Okay. Which is sad, because I feel like they have really strong vocals.
Yeah. So basically, you're in trouble. That's what we're saying.
Yeah.
So, what about lyric 145? I think this is where you and I really disagree.
Okay, you go first.
Okay, the song was dated. They had a lot of stuff going on, but you could tell they were kind of like that CeCe Frey, where I think especially Lyric, the one with the eye patch, Lyric the Queen, she is like a star. I think she's got so much swag. She can move, she can sing, she can rap, she can do what she wants. She owns the stage, and that I remember a great teacher once said 90% of it is confidence. Yeah. And they've got that in spades. I think they do. They just need, I think they're like kind of, because they did a medley. They did the Gangnam Style and an old Will Smith song. But you know what? I think they've got that, they could be that kind of a deviation of LMFAO. Like they could be like a party group. Yeah. That gets the party started. If you just give them the right material.
I actually wrote down, bad 80s hip-hop video / LFMAO for the production, not for their actual rapping. I didn't like the, old time, I don't know. I just feel like that X Factor needs to be young, hip, fresh, new, and they didn't do that with the performance. I feel like their song choice was fine. It could have been better. I wish they had done something more current than Boom Shake the Room. And
I think they play that at Christmas parties for like big old companies. Hey, let's do some Boom Shake the Room, everybody. Yeah, no, it's
white boy hip hop. I mean, LA said it. This isn't hip hop.
Yeah.
This is not hip hop. And I don't think that they were being true to themselves. I really did like what Lyric said, and she said, but we made you like it. We made the audience like it. And I thought that was a really good retort. And I think that she does have a star quality. I just don't know that in a singing competition, there's room for rappers. I don't see them making it to the end.
okay. All right. So we got two groups, and literally, I think there was a lot to be said on these last two. Like 14329 sounds like a social security number. The Lilas, okay, we were going to save it for news and gossip, but actually the reason why they had to change the name was because Bruno Mars' sisters. Yes, Bruno Mars has 4 sisters, and their name, they're an R&B group based out of the Philippines named Lilas.
Yeah.
And they've got this huge like modeling contract out in the Philippines, and when they found out that the Lilas here in the X Factor were using their name, well, they went ballistic. And they were talking so much smack on the net. And that's why they had to change the name.
Research, Simon. You gave them their name.
Yeah. I'm not too sold on the name. I don't know. Did you?
There's the Bobby Bracken song called 143.
Okay.
So they added in the 1432. And I think that 143 is cute. I just don't know if I like it. I think that they could have come up with a better name. I don't think that that's going to make or break them.
No, absolutely not. Because you know what? I love their performance. I thought they were one of the best performances.
Really?
Absolutely. I love them. Sure, they're just the energy that you feel from watching them. I just felt an overall sense of entertainment. Good. I can see girls across America. We need a girl group. Yeah. Simon was right about this. I'm not campaigning this because when we did our AfterBuzz preview show, I said a girl group was going to win somehow. I'm not campaigning at all, but I think they made a strong notice to let us know that they are one to watch. So let's move on. Yeah, actually, we're going to skip news, but
okay.
No, you were going to add something, Cathy.
I was just going to say, I think they're a lot more likable than Sister C, and I just think that they have such strong vocals, but they need to learn how to harmonize.
Okay, so now finishing up, we got our last group. This is for the shirtless portion of the show. The guys from Emblem 3. This week they wore shirts. Yay! Okay. It's kind of
Emblem 3. Their performance blew me away tonight. I didn't see that coming. I was so surprised because the last few weeks, I think they were struggling. I personally didn't even think that they would make it to the live shows after their disastrous performance at Simon's house where they forgot lyrics.
Yeah.
But they were really strong tonight. I'm happy that they didn't do an original song because I feel like viewers at home are going to want to listen to something that they can sing along to and something that they know, and everything worked about it for me tonight.
And the best part was that all the judges agreed.
Yes.
They weren't, strategizing against each other and lying when saying someone wasn't good, when they actually were. They actually all agreed that they were unbelievable.
Yeah.
I thought they were the best.
They had
tonight.
confidence. They, were not pitchy. They danced. I mean, it was all there.
And the quiet one sang. The one who never sings. He rocked the house. So I know we're running out of time today, so we're gonna skip news. So we're just, hey Marissa, cue us that nice little sexy prediction music.
And now,
okay, what we usually do for our singing shows is we name who we thought was our favorite.
Okay.
And who's going home for tomorrow. So I'll let you think about who was your favorite tonight.
I got it. Carly Rae.
Okay, I like Carly Rose though too.
Carly Rose, sorry.
I'm kidding.
Shoot.
She was your favorite tonight, really?
Yes, she, it might have been a tie between Carly Rose and Emblem 3.
Okay. All right. I agree with you, Emblem 3. For me, Emblem 3 and the Lilas.
Okay.
They were my faves tonight.
Okay.
So that does it for us tonight. So
what about least favorite?
Who's going home?
Who's going home?
Who do you think is going home? Vino? Okay, Vino. Paige.
No.
Yes.
Paige.
Sister C. And let's see, who are we missing?
I don't know.
Okay,
the kids.
Let's see. Oh, that's a tough one. All right. That's all I got. I only got 3 tonight. Who do you think is going home, Cathy Kelley?
Just Vino.
She just wants Vino to go home because she said he gives her nightmares. So, Cathy,
No.
that's what Britney said. Hey, Cathy, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at Catherine Kelley.
And Marissa, what about you?
I am on Twitter at Marissa Movies.
And you can find me at The Everyday Man. So a big round of applause. Thank you, Cathy Kelley, for filling in tonight, doing an amazing job tonight. Thank you, Cathy.
Thanks for having me.
All right, guys, so come back next week and stick around if you're watching us on AfterBuzzTV.com Live. The girls from Nashville are next. We're out of here.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.